practicals. So based on the performance of practicals, we have a 25 marks. So I have to submit the one-page writer for the practicals. So depending on our attendance and practical performance, we have a 25 marks. So it is the teaching scheme and examination scheme of the analog and digital integrated circuits. Okay, so I'll introduce myself. So I'm Admile NS. So I'm working as an assistant professor in electronics and telecommunication engineering department. So I have a total 5 years of teaching experience. So in that, as the faculty development, all the staff have to attend the various international conferences and international journal papers. So I attended the 5 conferences which are international conferences and 3 international journals. Okay, so this is the small introduction of my. So I'm the faculty of electronics and telecommunication engineering department. So this is the uh, subject of ENTC engineering. Okay, so we have to first know why the electronic subject is included in the electrical engineering. So in every semester you have a one electrical subject. Okay, so this is a part uh, of our introduction. So we have a various program educational objectives and program outcomes. So we are not discussing lot in that. Okay, so might be you all are aware of these program outcomes and program educational outcomes. Okay, so we'll directly start with our. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, so first we'll introduce the title of subject. Okay, so the subject is a analog and digital integrated circuits. Okay, so might be you are all aware about the what is the analog and what is a digital. Okay, so this subject is consist of the two parts. One is the analog part and another is a digital part. So first we'll see the meaning of this particular course. So we can study the various analog circuits and digital circuit also. So might be in your third semester you can study the meaning of analog circuits and the digital circuits. So in the last semester might be you studied the electronic devices and circuits. Okay, so first we'll brief the title of this course, that is analog. So basically the analog is the system which can continuously varies with the time. So might be you are aware about the various waves, sine wave, cos wave, triangular wave, right? So if we look at the shape of this particular wave, so we can find out there is a particular sequence or there is a particular signal, right? So these signals are continuously changed with the time. So we can find out there is a part in a positive cycle, there is a some part in a negative cycle, right? So those quantity who are changing with respect to time are called as a analog signal. Okay, and the second is a digital signal. Okay, so in a digital signal, we can find out there is a only input in output two terms. One is a zero and another is a one. Okay, so the analog is a different and the digital is a different. Okay, so we have to study the combination of analog circuits and the digital circuits and where the analog and digital circuits can be used. Okay, and the third word is a integrated circuits. Okay, so in integrated circuit we have to study what is a integrated circuit, where it can be used, what are the different applications of the integrated circuits. Okay, so in order to study the title of this course, first we need to understood what is the importance of this course in electrical engineering. Okay, so nowadays we can study the various electrical concepts, electronic concepts. So if we take the any example of electrical engineering, so it might be related to the various wiring connections. Yeah, it might be related to the various power systems. So we can find out there is a application of electronics. Okay, so as the electronic engineer, we require the sum of knowledge of electronics. So if we do the jobs in every field, we require the knowledge of electronic engineering along with electrical. So if our course is electrical, we require the some basic knowledge of electronics. So that's why the some basic electronic subjects are included in the syllabus. Okay, so what kind of application we can find in a day-to-day life of electronics? So nowadays we can use the various electronic products in our day-to-day life. Okay, so if we are in a home, so we can find out the television, then radio, then air conditioning systems, right? So we can use the various products of electronics. So have you used the various products? Yeah, have you know the various products of electronics? Yes. Hello. Yes, I'm audible to all. Okay, so I'll give the one simple example how uh, in our day-to-day life we can use the various analog and digital integrated circuits. So as our subject is analog and digital integrated circuit, so we have to study the various analog concepts as well as digital concepts and various integrated circuits. Okay, so first we need to understood the integrated circuits. So what is the meaning of integrated circuit, where it can be used, what are the different types of integrated circuits, right? So if we open any electronic circuit, तर तुम्ही टीव्ही ओपन केला असेल, so forget about TV. So anyone open the remote control of television? तुम्ही टीव्हीचा रिमोट कधी ओपन केलाय का? Have you opened it? Yes or no? Yes, quickly response. Have you opened the remote of television? No one. Okay, so I'll give a brief idea about the integrated circuits. So if we open any remote control of television or any circuit of electronics, so we can find out there are a number of components are present in the particular circuits. The basics of components you study in a electronic devices and circuit. It might be a resistor, capacitor, inductor, transistor. So we have of electronic components. Okay, basics electronic components we can say in the electronic devices and circuits. So we have the number of devices. So if we use the small number of circuits in a circuit, okay, so there is a complexity of the design. Suppose consider, so now everyone listen carefully. We have to design the one application to control the television, and at the same time we have to control the one application to design the control of a one particular industry, yeah, one particular society. So take the example of controlling TV. So we can control the TV with the help of remotes. So if the remote is not available, we have to change the volumes, we have to change the channels manually. We have to go towards the TV and we have to press the switches. Okay, so at all time it is not possible. So we have to step up towards the TV, we have to change the channels, and again we have to sit at our original position. So in order to make these tasks, we can design the small circuit with the help of electronic components, that is called as a integrated circuits. If we consider the small option of a television, so we have to design a small circuit. Okay, so in order to design a small circuit, we require the number of components. Okay, so that's called as we have to build the particular circuit. Okay, and that circuit can be built by using the various electronic components. So simply we have to take the collection of all components and we have to place on a one particular arrangement, that is called as the integrated circuits. समजते हैं? Okay, so simply the integrated circuit असं काय आहे? So it is a circuit which consists of number of components mounted on a single इलेक्ट्रिक और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बोर्ड. ठीक आहे, म्हणजे आपण जर नंबर ऑफ कॉम्पोनंट्स एखाद्या बोर्डवर पर्टिक्युलर अरेंजमेंट मध्ये माउंट केले तर ते जे काही सर्किट तयार होतं त्या सर्किटला म्हणतात इंटिग्रेटेड सर्किट्स. ठीक आहे, मग आता वी हॅव अ नंबर ऑफ ऍप्लिकेशन्स, राईट. सो वी हॅव अ नंबर ऑफ integrated circuits. We have to design the various devices with the help of this electronic circuit. So depending on the application, these integrated circuits are divided into 5 major scales. Okay, so we have to first know what are the different 5 major scales of this integrated circuit. So the first scale is a SSI, that is called as a small scale integration. Okay, so first we'll understood the different scales and after that we can describe the various scale of integration. So first one is a small scale integration. It consists of 100 components. Second is a medium scale of integration. It consists of 100 to 500 components. Third one is a large scale integration. It consists of 500 to 3 lakh components. Fourth one is a very large scale integration. So it consists of more than 3 lakh components. And the last one is a very large scale integration. So it consists of more than 15 lakh components. So depending on the application, we can divide the integrated circuit into these 5 scales. Okay, we have to design the remote. So remote require the very small number of components. So might be it is related to the 100 components. So that is called as a small scale integration. Then medium scale. So if we have to design our mobile phone, so we require the number of components. So might be more than 100. So our mobile phone is the example of medium scale integration. Now, if I have to design the computer, ठीक आहे, मग आता आपल्याला कम्प्युटर डिझाईन करायचं असेल, so we require the large number of components than mobile, right? So in a computers we can use up to 3 lakh components. That is called as a large scale integration. After that, if I have to design the supercomputer, okay, so which can perform the multiple functions, so it can require more than 3 lakh components. That is called as a very large scale integration. And if I have to design the various missiles, satellites, rockets, then we require the more than 15 lakh component. That is a very large scale integration. So have you understood the scale of integration? समजतंय का तुम्हाला? Yes, have you understood it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this scale of integration is depend on the application. आपण फक्त एखादं ऍप्लिकेशन स्टडी करतोय, जर आपल्याला एखादं छोटं रिमोट सर्किट डिझाईन करायचं आहे, टीव्हीचा रिमोट डिझाईन करायचा आहे, मग आपल्याला 15 लाख कॉम्पोनंट लागतील का? ओनली टू डिझाईन द रिमोट कंट्रोल ऑफ टीव्ही. जर आपल्याला टीव्हीचा रिमोट डिझाईन करायचा असेल तर आपल्याला एक लहान कॉम्पोनंट लागतील किंवा कमीत कमी कॉम्पोनंट लागतील, काही 10 लागतील, 15 लागतील, 20 लागतील. ठीक आहे, मग जर का 100 पेक्षा जर कमी कॉम्पोनंट लागत असतील तर त्याला म्हणायचं स्मॉल स्केल इंटिग्रेशन. 100 ते 500 लागत असतील तर त्याला म्हणायचं मीडियम स्केल इंटिग्रेशन. फ्रॉम 500 to 3 lakh, that is called as a large scale integration. जर 3 लाखापेक्षा जास्त लागत असतील तर very large integration, and more than 15 lakh, that is called as a very large scale integration. Okay, so now we have to study the importance of this course. So why this particular course is important? So because in a nowadays, so along with any electrical concept we require the knowledge of electronics. Okay, so if I have to design the mobile phone, yeah, if I have to design the any power amplifier circuit, ठीक आहे, so एखादं आपल्याला डिव्हाइस डिझाईन करायचं असेल, so along with electrical knowledge we require the knowledge of electronics. So in our electrical engineering we have various machines, right? आता मशीन्स मध्ये करंट असतो, मशीनचं व्होल्टेज असतं, आरपीएम असतं, राईट? मग आता एखादं मशीन किती स्पीडनं रोटेट होत आहे, मग आपण ते कसं मेजर करणार? मग आपण असं मॅन्युअली मोजू शकतोय का? वी कॅन टर्न ऑन द मशीन अँड वी कॅन काउंट देर आर द 100 रोटेट्स इन अ 1 minute, 1000 rotation in a 1 minute. So can it is possible to measure manually? आपण मॅन्युअली मोजू शकतोय का मशीनचे रोटेशन्स? Okay, so for that purpose we can use the various electronic devices. We can measure the current, we can measure the resistance, we can measure the voltage, we can measure the power, right? So we have to measure the number of parameters which are related to the electrical machines. Okay, so in order to use these circuits, so we have to require the knowledge of the circuit. आता हे डिव्हाइस कसं तयार झालं, how to operate these devices, which components can be used, what is the working principle of that device. So we have to study all the parameters of that device. ठीक आहे, मग एखादं डिव्हाइस कसं तयार होतं किंवा कसं वापरायचं हे जर आपल्याला समजायचं असेल, सो वी हॅव टू गेट द नॉलेज ऑफ दी व्हेरियस कंपोनंट्स. मग आपल्याला रेजिस्टर काय आहे हे शिकलं पाहिजे, कपॅसिटर काय आहे शिकलं पाहिजे, इंडक्टर काय आहे शिकलं पाहिजे, then what is the function of these all components. So we have to study the basics of all the required components for the electrical engineering. So for that purpose, we require the knowledge of electronic subjects. Okay, so have you clear why we have to study the electronic subject in a electrical engineering? कोणाला काही डाऊट आहे का?
No, sir.
ओके, समजतंय का सगळ्यांना? इज माय स्पीड इज ओके का फास्ट होतंय? इज माय स्पीड ओके?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so now we have to study, yeah, what is the different course outcomes. मग आता आपल्याला हा आपण कोर्स स्टडी करतोय, हा सब्जेक्ट स्टडी करतोय की आफ्टर स्टडिंग दिस सब्जेक्ट व्हॉट इज द आउटकम्स ऑफ दिस पर्टिक्युलर सब्जेक्ट. मग आता आपण हा सब्जेक्ट स्टडी करतोय, मग सब्जेक्ट स्टडी केल्यानंतर आपण ह्या सब्जेक्ट मधून काय शिकतो, ठीक आहे. मग आपल्याला काय नॉलेज भेटतं त्याला म्हणतात कोर्स आउटकम्स. एखादी जर कन्सेप्ट आपण शिकतोय आणि ती कन्सेप्ट शिकल्यानंतर वी गेट द सर्टन नॉलेज फ्रॉम दी पर्टिक्युलर युनिट्स, दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ कोर्स आउटकम्स. म्हणजे एखादं युनिट शिकलो आपण आणि ते युनिट शिकल्यानंतर what knowledge we acquire, that is called as a course outcomes. Okay, so here are the different course outcomes. So instead of detecting the course outcome, I'll provide the PPT. You can read all the course outcome in that. Okay, so now we'll move towards our syllabus. So here we'll give the quick review of the syllabus. Okay, so for our analog and digital integrated circuits, we have two sections. So in a section 1 we have to study the analog circuits, and in a section 2 we have to study the digital circuits. Okay, so it is a combination of two subjects. So if we look at the ENTC branch, so in a ENTC the two subjects are different. One is a analog integrated circuits and another is a digital integrated circuit. Okay, so for our knowledge we have to study the basic concept of analog and digital. Okay, so we have a two sections. So in a first section we have a 4 units, and in a second section we have a 4 units. The first section is related to the analog circuits. So the first unit is a introduction to differential amplifier. So might be you can study the concept of amplifier in a EDC subject. Okay, so in that we can study only the bipolar junction transistor, field effect transistor. Okay, so we can study the limited devices in a EDC. Okay, so in the advancement of EDC we have to study the different differential amplifiers. Okay, so what is the differential amplifier, how it can be works, what are the different types of differential amplifier. Okay, so that things we have to study in the first unit as a differential amplifier. Okay, so we have to use the various laws. It might be a Kirchhoff's current law, Kirchhoff's voltage law, to study the analysis of differential amplifier. So we have to study the various circuit diagrams, various mathematical equations, various parameters of the differential amplifier. Now the second unit is the operational amplifiers. Okay, so as we are studying the various analog circuits, so we require the knowledge of operational amplifiers. So आतापर्यंत आपल्याला फक्त काय माहित आहे, so the amplifier can used for the amplification of a signal, right? Okay, so the amplifier can only increase the strength of input signal. मग आता आपण EDC मध्ये काय शिकलो? The amplifier can amplify the signal. Okay, so along with this application of amplifier, so we have to study the number of applications of the amplifiers. Okay, so that is called as a operational amplifier. Means we have to perform the various mathematical operations by using the amplifier. That means we have to make the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So we have to perform the mathematical operations by using the amplifier. So that's why it is called as a operational amplifier. So in order to perform the mathematical operations, so we have to study the various circuits. So what is the block diagram of operational amplifier? What are the various characteristic of operational amplifiers? Okay, so all these terms we have to study in the unit number 2. The next unit is a closed loop and open loop configuration of operational amplifiers. So if we design the various circuits for making addition, subtraction, okay, so in order to design these devices, so we have to study the various configuration. Okay, so there are the two configurations. One is a open loop configuration and another is a closed loop configuration. So we have to study these two configurations in a unit number 3. The next is a applications of operational amplifier. So if we design the circuit by using the various components, so where it can be used. मग आता हे component कुठं यूज होतात? जर आपण एखादं amplifier circuit तयार केलं, so where it can be used, what is the application, रिअल टाइम मध्ये कुठं यूज होतं किंवा कोणत्या डिव्हाइस मध्ये यूज होतं किंवा बाय युझिंग दीज कंपोनंट्स आपण कोणते सर्किट तयार करू शकतो. ओके, सो दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज application of operational amplifier. हे कुठं यूज होतं? So in order to use, what parameter we have to consider, that thing we have to study in the unit number 4. Okay, so this is the syllabus of analog integrated circuits. So in an analog integrated circuit, we have to study the some basic concept of components, some basic concept of amplifiers, and where it can be used. Now we have to move towards the digital circuits. Okay, so as the name indicates, it is a digital. So we have to study the some digital electronic concept. Okay, so in a unit number 5, so this is a very small unit. So it is of a logic families. So in this unit, we have to study the various logic gates. So might be you can study the various logic gates in a first year. It might be a AND gate, OR gate, XOR gate, right? So we have to study the various truth tables, various definitions of the logic families in a unit number 5. So in a unit number 6, we have to study the various operational digital circuits, that is called as a combinational logic circuits. So in order to make the digital devices, so we require how the digital circuits can be built. ठीक आहे, मग एखादं डिजिटल सर्किट जर तयार करायचं असेल, सो वी रिक्वायर द व्हेरियस कॉम्बिनेशनल लॉजिक सर्किट्स. मग कॉम्बिनेशनल मध्ये काय आहे? सो वी हॅव टू स्टडी द कन्सेप्ट ऑफ के मॅप, वी हॅव टू स्टडी द व्हेरियस लॉजिक फंक्शन्स, वी हॅव टू स्टडी द कन्सेप्ट ऑफ adder, subtractor, multiplexer, demultiplexer, Okay, so this concept we have to study in a unit number 6. Then in a unit number 7 is a flip-flops. Okay, so it is the total digital concept. So in order to make the various things automotive, म्हणजे तुम्ही जर एखादं ऑटोमेशनचं ॲप्लिकेशन ऐकलं असेल, सो व्हॉट इज द कन्सेप्ट ऑफ ऑटोमेशन. मग ऑटोमेशन आपण म्हणतो की नाव डेज वी कॅन फाइंड आउट इन इंडस्ट्रीज. Industries are automated industries. We can heard about home automation. मग जर आता एखादं आपण होम ऑटोमेशनचं एक्झाम्पल घेतलं, सो इन अवर होम, सो जर आपल्याला स्विचेस किंवा आपल्याला लाईट्स, फॅन्स ऑटोमॅटिक ऑपरेट करायचे आहेत. ठीक आहे. सो इन ऑर्डर टू मेक these devices automated, we have to study the various flip-flops. Okay, so that part we have to cover in a unit number 7. And unit number 8 is a sequential logic circuits. Okay, so in this unit we have to study the various registers, shift registers, then counters. ठीक आहे. मग जर आता एखाद्या आपल्याला एखादं डिव्हाइस आहे आणि वी हॅव टू काउंट द व्हेरियस पॅरामीटर्स, जसं आपण इलेक्ट्रिकल मशीनचे स्पीड म्हणतो. So the speed can be measured in RPM. So we have to count. It might be 100 RPM. It might be a 500 RPM. Okay. So in order to count this, we have to design a circuit that is comes under the unit number 8. जर आता आपण एखादा रिअल टाइम एक्झाम्पल घेतलं, सपोज वी हॅव टू काउंट आवर ब्लड प्रेशर, वी हॅव टू काउंट आवर हार्ट बीट्स. ठीक आहे. जर आपल्याला हार्ट बीट काउंट करायचे आहे, ब्लड प्रेशर काउंट करायचं आहे, सो हाऊ वी कॅन काउंट. आपण मॅन्युअली मोजू शकतोय का आपल्या हार्ट बीट्स. ठीक आहे. जर तुम्ही एखादं हॉस्पिटलमध्ये बघितलं असेल एखादं ECG मशीन, तर तिथं आपल्याला आपल्या ब्लड प्रेशर किती आहे, राईट, हार्ट बीट किती आहे ते डिस्प्ले होतं ना, राईट. सो दॅट इज अ कन्सेप्ट ऑफ काउंटर्स. सो इट कॅन काउंट द व्हेरियस it can count the various pulses from our body. Heart beat किती आहेत, what is the blood pressure. So these can count and it can display on the any particular monitor. So that is the application of a counter. Okay, so it is related to our syllabus. So in order to study this syllabus, we have to refer various textbooks as well as reference books. Okay, so I'll suggest the two books. One is a operational amplifier and linear integrated circuit. The author is Ramakant Gaikwad. And for digital circuit, you can refer modern digital electronics. So author is a RP Jain. Okay, so these books are also available in our library. So if we search the online PDFs of these books, so online PDFs are also available. Okay, so these are the overview of our syllabus. Okay. Okay, so apart from this syllabus, first we have to study the basic components of electronics. So have you studied the various basic components of electronics in a first semester? How to measure the resistance, how to measure the capacitance, how to measure the inductor value, then what is the transistor, what is the capacitor, what is the inductor. So have you studied these electronic components? तुम्ही
Yes,
स्टडी
sir.
केलेत का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कंप. Okay, so if not, I'll provide you small PPTs of electronic components. So this is only for our basic knowledge. Okay, so this basic knowledge might be you cover in a EDC subject. Okay, so if you are not gone through these various basic components, I'll provide the one small PPT. You can refer that PPTs. Okay, and we can study the next part of the analog and digital circuits. ठीक आहे. मग जर आता आपल्याला अॅनालॉग आणि डिजिटल सर्किट स्टडी करायचं असेल, सो फर्स्ट थिंग इज वी रिक्वायर द नॉलेज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कंपोनंट्स. आपल्याला फक्त इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कंपोनंट्स कोणते पाहिजेत? वी रिक्वायर रेजिस्टर, we require capacitor, we require inductor, transistor, then various MOSFETs. Okay, so these 4 to 5 components we require for our basic knowledge. Okay, so based on these component, we have to go for the next part. Okay, so most of the used component in our subject is the transistor. ठीक आहे. मग जर का तुम्ही ट्रान्झिस्टर स्टडी केला असेल, सो अगेन go through the concept of transistor. So what is the transistor? Then what are the different types of transistor? Why it can called as a bipolar junction transistor? ठीक, कोण सांगू शकते का? Why it can called as a bipolar junction transistor? Anyone quickly? ठीक आहे. So we require the concept of transistor for our subject. ठीक आहे. So there is a less concept of the resistor, capacitor, inductor. So mostly we require the knowledge of transistor. ठीक आहे. So the transistorला bipolar junction transistor का म्हणतात? Because in a transistor the current can flows due to electrons as well as holes. That's why it can called as a bipolar junction transistor. मग जर एखादं डिव्हाइस आहे आणि त्या डिव्हाइसमध्ये फक्त इलेक्ट्रॉन्समुळेच करंट फ्लो होतोय, त्याला म्हणतात युनिपोलार. आणि एखाद्या डिव्हाइसमध्ये करंटचं कंडक्शन दोन्ही कॅरियरमुळे होतं, त्याला म्हणतात बायपोलार. So we require the various basic concept of transistors, then various configuration. It might be a common emitter, common base, common collector. So we require the knowledge of these transistors. Okay, so simply uh, study the various configurations and various types of the transistors. ठीक आहे. तर ट्रान्झिस्टरचं बेसिक स्टडी करता येईल का तुम्हाला? Have you know the concept of transistors? Yes. Okay. So uh, everyone go through the various electronic components as well as concept of transistor. So in a electronic component, you can study resistor, capacitor, inductor, and transistors. Okay. So once we know the various electronic components, then it is easy to study our subject. Okay, so in the next lecture directly we can start with our first unit, that is called as a differential amplifiers. Okay, so before start with the first unit, so everyone go through the concept of electronic components and mostly the concept of transistors. Is it okay? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, with this introduction, today we'll stop here. So in the next lecture, we can directly start with our unit number 1. Okay, so before that, if anyone have any questions, any difficulties, you can ask here in a 2 minutes. कोणाला काही डाउट्स आहेत का? So for our teaching, which language is suitable? We can go with only English or the combination of Marathi and English. Yes.